You are able to see the video, isn't it? All of you. The video is in front of you. You are able to see it.
Soukya endroru saubhagyam. Soukya endroru saubhagyam நாம் பெற்றிடச் செய்தோம் பெரும் பாக்யம்.
சௌக்கியா என்றொரு சௌபாகியம் நாம் பெற்றிடச் செய்தோம் பெரும் பாக்கியம்.
உற்றிடுவோம் ஓர் உண்மை நிதி தன்னை உணர்வதுதானே வாழ்வின் கதி.
உற்றிடுவோம் ஓர் உண்மை நிதி தன்னை உணர்வது தானே வாழ்வின் கதி. சௌக்கியா என்றொரு சௌபாகியம் நாம் பெற்றிடச் செய்தோம் பெரும் பாக்கியம்.
எத்தனை பிறவி எத்தனை உடல்கள் தத்தளித்தோம் சத்பாவம் இன்றே.
எத்தனை பிறவி எத்தனை உடல்கள் தத்தளித்தோம் சத்பாவம் இன்றி.
அத்தனையும் கற்பூரமாய் எரிய ஆன்ம பொருள்தான் சௌக்கியமாய் மிளிர.
அத்தனையும் கற்பூரமாய் எரிய ஆன்ம பொருள்தான் சௌக்கியமாய் மிளிர. சௌக்கியா என்றொரு சௌபாகியம் நாம் பெற்றிடச் செய்தோம் பெரும் பாக்கியம். உணர்ந்தவரவரில் உள்ளொளிதான் அறுத்திடும் அகந்தை விலங்கைத்தான்.
ஏற்றிடு ஒளி சமுதாயத்திலே பணியாற்றிடு ஆன்ம உணர்வினிலே.
ஏற்றிடு ஒளி சமுதாயத்திலே பணி ஆற்றிடு ஆன்ம உணர்வினிலே. சௌக்கியா என்றொரு சௌபாகியம் நாம் பெற்றிடச் செய்தோம் பெரும் பாக்கியம்.
உள்ளொளி பெருகும் உன்னத வாழ்வாய் எள்ளளவும் இல்லை சோகம் ஓய்வாய்.
உள்ளொளி பெருகும் உன்னத வாழ்வாய் எள்ளளவும் இல்லை சோகம் ஓய்வாய்.
எள்ளலென வாரி வழங்கும் வானாய் கள்ளமில்லா சிந்தை அதுவே தானாய்.
வள்ளலென வாரி வழங்கும் வானாய் கள்ளமிலா சிந்தை அதுவே தானாய். சௌக்கியா என்றொரு சௌபாகியம் நாம் பெற்றிடச் செய்தோம் பெரும் பாக்கியம். சௌக்கியா என்றொரு சௌபாகியம் நாம் பெற்றிடச் செய்தோம் பெரும் பாக்கியம்.
What is this abbreviation? Soukya stands for, you can see just below the English Soukya name. You see this thing, visiting card like label here. Under that you find that signs of UL-KADA and you are something else. That is, you are that. How many of you, it is especially from abroad, those people, how many of you know the Tamil word for God? You know in English the word God, isn't it? We just ask the children around, Prema madam, வேற
சொல்லுங்க குரு.
அதாவது குழந்தைங்களை கேளுங்க, எத்தனை பேருக்கு தமிழ் வார்த்தை காட் தமிழ் வார்த்தை என்ன?
Manya, do you know? She
Ask them.
doesn't know. She's my niece Manya and my cousin Monu.
How old?
My sister.
How old are they?
She is 14 years old, Manya.
14 years. Then they are very much eligible because already they are late by 4 years. Okay.
She said she doesn't know the word in Tamil, Guruji.
Tamil word. See, in Tamil, they use a word for God exclusively. No other language has that word all over the world. It is a verb-like word. Verb. What does the word is? Kada ul. We have used one Tamil word here. Signs of ul, kada, kada ul. Kada ul means cross the within, transcend the within. You are crossing the road, no? From one side of the road, you are crossing to the other side of the road through pedestrian crossing. In the same way, we have functional instruments. They are called as subtle body or mental instruments. Have you ever heard we have a subtle body? Are you aware of it? Subtle body, subtle mental body.
Can say loudly.
Yeah, you can interact. Everyone can interact. This is going to be an interactive session. This depends on your understanding is going to go much deeper because it has to take roots within. We have to transcend the within. So it has to take roots within. So whatever I say as the signs of the inside of us. What is there inside of us? Does anything exist inside of us?
Yes.
Yes.
What are they? What are they? You tell me. Can you show your faces on the camera and identify your names also? We need continuity. Every week we will be meeting in sport. Okay.
Yes, Guruji. This
Please.
is Purnima, my daughter Purnima. Purnima. And this is Vivan.
Okay.
This is Manya. Raise your hand. Manya.
Okay. Manya.
Monu.
This is your daughter
Monu.
Purnima with the Vivan. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. She is Manya. And
yes, Manya, my niece, my brother's daughter.
Okay.
And Monu is my cousin sister.
Okay, Mono.
And this is Maithreyaa. She's my sister-in-law.
Okay, nice meeting all of you. Blessings to all of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, we now, which is the instrument that is interacting now through your physical bodies? See, we have all taken ourselves to be our physical body, and by gender and by age, isn't it? But the communication takes place from the mind, for the mind, through the mind. Is it not? Who communicates now?
The mind.
Yeah, the mind. The mind communicates. The mind wants to know something about itself. A medium is being used. That is the physical body. It's only a medium. Do you have your mobile in hand? See, this is the mobile. Yeah. So that's the mobile, isn't it? This is the mobile. Okay. Which runs the mobile actually? The software. They call it as motherboard. Without that, this is empty box, empty shell. It carries, it is connected at the moment all over the world now. Suppose all the 800 crore people, 800 crore or 80 billion people all over the world, if they have phones, the same kind of mobile phones, will I be able to connect to them, remaining phones through this?
Yes.
In the same way, those 800 crores less my phone, they will also be able to connect to me now.
Yes.
So it is alive, no? Isn't it? It is alive 24 by 7 unless I switch it off or the battery charge is down or the prepaid or postpaid that the charge is down, that money is down. Otherwise, it will get connected instantly, no? That means signals are always connected. What it needs is nothing other than 10 numbers of your particular mobile. Then one-to-one communication is established. The enlarged version is now what we are taking as the Zoom Meet now. With different corners of the world, different people from different corners of the world. You are away from India, another continent, and you are advanced in time by about 4.5 hours. But which is the real time? This moment. Not your 4.5 hours ahead of India, not India being behind 4.5 hours from Australia. Nothing is real. Time by clock is unreal. Isn't it? What do we want to communicate over mobile or even video conferencing? We want to share our emotions, feelings, concerns, care, affection, love, whatnot. Isn't it? For what do we use the phones? To establish rapport. 100% we want to have tight communication with our near and dear ones all the time. By that we feel secure. And even we are all to a certain extent aware of how to make use of this phone. We know how to utilize it. We know the applications, we know the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all media platforms, movie downloading, movie watching, our favorite videos, audios, text files, WhatsApp, these, that, email, everything we know to make use of it through the mobile. Do we know the very instrument that makes use of the mobile? Are you aware of that? Which is the instrument at every moment of our life through which we communicate. What is that instrument? What is that instrument by which, through which we are in constant communication with others as well as with our own self? We are evaluating every moment of our life about our own self. What am I doing? Have I progressed from yesterday, from last week, from last year? Evaluation is going on, happening in every one of us. What is that evaluation? Which does that evaluation in the inner instruments? How many instruments are there within us? See, these mobile or laptops or whatever, the present day computing system, all they have the program written for a particular end result, for a particular purpose. It does everything in a fraction of a second. It's mechanical. Do you know we ourselves are like mobiles only? Why do we call it as mobile? It is carryable to any part of the globe. Only signal tower should be there because signals are always prevalent. Signals prevail everywhere. Only your phone has to get a particular signal of a phone through call or video conferencing, or you will have to transmit that from your phone. But everywhere the electromagnetic waves are permeating this earth, especially through spectrum signals. It carries different types of data. For video transmission, certain wavelength, and for audio, certain wavelength. Like that is called spectrum. Do you know that we are never disconnected at all, even during our deep sleep? Yesterday, all of you have slept, isn't it? Nicely. After all your busy work, you had some amount of sleep for some time. What do we call it as sleep? The mind ceases to exist during deep sleep. We no more identify ourselves with our own physical body or our own thought patterns, emotional patterns, anything of any individual, of any individuality. Still we existed throughout our deep sleep states. In the same way, there is a reality that we are never born at all. Who will die? Only one is born. One who is born will eventually, at a particular moment of lifetime, will lose his life. Again, the question comes, what is life? Is it the palpitation of the heart? Is it the expansion and contraction of the lungs by breathing or blood circulation? Everything, all of the inner organs, they work when we are fast asleep. Whereas the main person is not aware of his existence at all during sleep. Is it not? The person himself is unaware. Almost we are like dead corpse now during deep sleep. We don't know how we breathe. We don't know what gender we belong to. We don't know in which country, in which place. There is no personal identity at all. When all these personalities arise in one, see, one has various personalities because they carry many roles in a family. She introduced all of you to me with the character role. One she called as sister-in-law, the other one she called niece, the other one she called her daughter, grandson, mono. All were introduced to me. So from her perspective, you all appear to be having different roles. From your perspective, all others from each of your perspectives, all of the others will be carrying so many roles, so many weightage in your thoughts, isn't it? Because how you value that relationship, isn't it? You value relationships, you value objects of the world, you value your intellectual capacity. These are all value comes from evaluations. So there is an evaluating instrument also constantly at work throughout our waking state. Isn't it? The moment you have woken up really under the blanket, not yet removed the blanket, not yet shown to the world that you have woken up. Eyes closed, but you have woken up. Which wakes up like that initially from deep sleep? Which thing in us that wakes up first? Which thing that wakes up first? You are very categorically sure that you have woken up, but nothing in the mind has arisen. Not much of traffic at all. Still under the blanket, or still eyes closed, removing the blanket. You have started thinking. The machinery has started working. There is altogether another body like a software program, just like in the mobile, which can be connected to whole of the rest of the humanity from one phone and be connected by other phones also. In the same way, whether you speak out or not, we are always connected. Limitation is again and again endorsed only by the same thinking faculty. When you, as a person, think about the other, see, you are thinking about Prema Madam. By thinking about her, you are alienating her as well as yourself also from some other source. Some other deep source is there. You were there during deep sleep, never separated, never left that place, but for to act, to think, to feel, act or react or do, whatever you call it, to our psychological apparatus. by means of a physical body in the external world. So until that moment, the complete cosmos, including us, are always under one shade, are always under one grace, supreme grace, some other intelligence, altogether different intelligence. That is what we had named that Soukya, signs of UL-KADA, the name for God in Tamil. Kada means cross the within. Don't get stagnated here. They have found the truth. Our ancients, our rishis, they have found only one light is there. That light has to be lit. By lighting that light, one transcends all dualities. What do we mean by duality? See, the moment you wake up, you were one with that. Just on waking up, you immediately get split. How? Because your package is something else. First I comes. Does it come alone? It never comes alone. When I comes, it branches out as me, by me, for me, because of me, from me, my, mine, on me, in me, so many types of personal pronoun conjugations. They are also I, isn't it? The capital single letter I. I don't mean E-Y-E. You get this? There is some prime mover in every one of us, even up to the level of five-sensed animals. They are limited by only five senses. What is the sixth sense we have? The sixth sense is the objectifying mind, isn't it? At this moment, you know you are listening. Suppose some other thoughts intrudes in between, listening to my satsang. At the same time, if some other thoughts, some past or some future projections, if they pass, immediately you cognize that you are out of listening. You have gone out of listening to my satsang. This is what is called as objectivity. You think something, but you don't feel comfortable to express it at this moment. But it is in reservation. You kept it under reserve. Better let me talk about this tomorrow. Something intuitively I feel, let this not be talked immediately. So there is some maneuvering facility is there, and coining of words are there. Lot of imaginary skills are working throughout waking state. Do these things have any reality? Is it not our right to know of these things? From our childhood onwards, from the age of 10 onwards? Because it is this instrument that is what you are, myself, all the 800 crore humanity. Without knowing this, how will our relations be? How will we maintain our relationships? What is growth, real growth? As age advances, You will be acquiring so many skills from universities, schools, colleges, universities, from all the places of the world. You will be traveling crisscross across the world to go for higher studies. Is it not essential that you should first to know about who or what those inner skills are? How is it working? Why is it working? For whose sake it is working? For the physical bodies, so many names are given for particular forms, not to get confused. And identities are created by and by with the nationalities, with the studies, with skills, with the parenthood, or anything and everything. Every passing day, a new identity is being created for a human being here. Do animals have any identities? They are called herds, isn't it? Herd, flock of birds. But for an individual, for a human being, everyone wants to be distinctly known from the other rest of the humanity, isn't it? No, I am not her. I am not him. I am something different. Though we are born twins, I am totally different from him. My frame of mind is different, his frame of mind is different. What is this faculty that distinctly distinguishes? And it never stops the moment this identification has started, maybe right from Vivon's age onwards. How old is he now, Vivon?
Vivan is 5. He's
5
5
years.
years old.
Yeah, yes. That's right. See, almost from 5 years onwards, slowly and slowly, he is getting used to his name, his physical movements, his surroundings, all his relations. He is getting thickened. The grip is holding through objective knowledge. Up to the five sensed animals, it doesn't grow beyond basic fear, procreation, sleep. Completely, they are oblivion about the cosmos. The cow doesn't look at the sky. Why it is so hot today? Whether summer has started, it doesn't look this way at all. Whereas internally, even without raising our head and looking at the sky, we internally chatter. The chatter is going on unstoppably, uncontrollably, also at times, isn't it?
Yes.
What is this instrument? Does it warrant any regulation? Even to try to regulate it, we should know what it is, isn't it? You should know what is the configuration of this mobile. If a boy or one of you knows about the quality or the spec of the mobile, you will immediately say, this is not compatible to that app. It will not work simply. You won't waste time, isn't it? You will not waste time at all. Like that, are we using a futile instrument called the mind, or really has it any capacity? Yes, it only has invented all the senses. It only has set the James Webb telescope 15 lakh kilometers, 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth, opposite to Sun, completely away from Sun, almost 5 times the distance between Earth and Moon. how precisely the scientists who have projected that and placed that would have done the calculations from here, sitting here. How precise? Almost as if they are in that location, 15 kilometers away location in the interstellar space, as if like physically erecting that, installing it in the space. The human intellect is such a powerful instrument. Is it only intended for this, or does it have any supreme purpose other than this? What do you think? You can also share your ideas. Is it only to objectively study, analyze, do research, find out so many things, or really one should know about the very instrument itself, what it is made up of, how it is made up of, why it is not existing at all during deep sleep. When it wakes up, I necessarily have to follow that, its rules, isn't it? See, you cannot bypass your thoughts, your emotions, isn't it? Your emotions make your body language. Your emotions, your coining of words inside of you make your language, speech, relationships, your gestures, the gait, anything and everything, isn't it? Is it not mandatory for a child of 10 year onwards? It should have the right to know this science. That's what we are going to start today. Shall we go ahead doing a little small practice? Have you understood whatever I said to you?
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Yes. Good. Yes.
Shall we go ahead doing some practical things on this project about what this thought is, what this mind is? Okay. I will show you here
Okay.
a small video. I have given here as in the English slide, on the English slide, just above, self-inquiry technique 1. Will you take it up sincerely throughout this week? Ensure me, guarantee me that you will be doing sitting for twice a day, preferably as soon as you wake up, going to your daily routine, and then sitting on your sofa or bed or wherever. Only your head should not lean against the wall or the sofa. Your back can lean, or if you are comfortable with squatting posture on the floor, comfortable, leaning the back against the wall, no problem. Only head should not lean, because all these techniques are very powerful. Mind will try to escape by making you to fall asleep. You get this point?
Yes.
These are all specific techniques I'm going to give. I'm going to give thousands of techniques. Okay. First technique we are going to start. Self-inquiry technique 1. Science of self-inquiry, inner gaze. What do you see in this video? Actually, this is the cosmic mind. The scientists have shown us, have informed us that this cosmos is 14 billion years, 14 billion light years age old. They have clearly said that it is 14 billion light years of age and this much of size. For 5 years, what is the height of Vivang? He must be somewhere around 3 to 3.5 feet, isn't it? That is his form and that is his age. Similarly, the science tells us, the scientists tell us that this cosmos is 14 billion light years old and this much of space. The universal constant of light speed is somewhere around 3 lakh kilometers per second. With that, the visible universe and the invisible universe, the dark energy and everything all put together, they say many universes might exist. We have, for our interpretation, we have found that this has come out of a Big Bang 14 billion light years ago. But there might be other universes too, various universes and millions and trillions of stars and millions and trillions of civilizations of various intellectual capacities and various dimensions too. The scientists project from single dot speck of space, the still speck of space, actually space moves. No speck of space is allowed to stay stagnant, stationary. It also moves. So the whole cosmos is in flux. In all sides it expands. Still it appears to be a tunnel. Okay. Outside of this tunnel, what's happening? How many universes exist? Unimaginably. The visible universe is only 5% is available. For scientists' perception, for scientists, the supreme scientist, super intelligent scientist who does research in cosmology, as on date, he can only perceive up to 5% of the visible universe. The 95% is made up of dark energy and dark matter. 70% around dark energy, 25% around dark matter, and only 5% is visible universe, in which we see so much in our waking state. We don't know about dark nights beyond this universe. So this is the condition of the scientists themselves. Okay, here everything is cosmic, cosmos. This is cosmos. But for the inner science, it all starts with mind. That is why in Tamil they use this word UL-KADA. UL means in, cross the in. Just cross over the in. Don't stay put anywhere in thoughts, thinker, feelers. I have kept repeating these three terminologies. You see, experience. a man or a woman, who are they always undergo innumerable experiences. What is their way of life throughout their one lifespan and throughout their waking states, even deep sleep state and dream states? How many states we have? 3 states. Even in these 3 states, especially in deep sleep state also, that is also a passing state. There we lie inert. We don't know what's going on within us and who are we at all. No cognition, no recognition at all. So fundamentally, experience is the foundation on which the whole cosmos is projected from the cosmic mind. Just like if you find a mobile phone which does innumerable transmissions, connecting calls, receiving calls, sending text messages, so many things, it must preclude various programs, software programs. In the same way, for the cosmos to express itself of 14 billion years of life, or our individual life, a human being's life of 120 full years of lifespan, even for him, which gives arisal to a man or a woman, the foundation is experience. The experience is actually a feeling of an experience. If you taste sweet, you are delighted. You say, sweet is too much, or sweet is much less than required, or whatever. Immediately, when it touches your tongue, immediately you comment, isn't it? So it's on the feel. On the feel, the experiencer. We have taken ourselves to be the experiencer, especially the body to be the experiencer. The mobile doesn't want to talk to anyone and share its feelings. It is you who are dialing the 10 numbers who want to show your affection. It is you who wants to relate with the other, not the mobile. So here we have not understood anything at all. We have not known anything at all. And we were not told also the basic things. So experience through feel evaluates or lives using thoughts. These all 3 together in an instant and start working through in us. So this is the foundation. All the, especially in Tamil Nadu, the jnanis, the seers, the saints, they have seen what to be seen. Seeing which one is left with no other things that are to be seen or known or to be understood or to be studied at all. That is the science. That is the foundational science. That is what we are looking at now. For this, our gateway to the world is thoughts. Thoughts push themselves to convert themselves to speech. So, the cosmic mind, it pervades the cosmos. It is, what is the cosmos? The expression of it is the cosmos. Even cosmos as a mobile case. Mobile case is empty without the software program. It is lifeless without the signals. Without you getting the call, without you getting connected, without you getting communicated, it is dead, isn't it? In the same way, here, by looking within ourselves, we can look into the whole of the cosmos. Everything will be by and by will come to light. Which light? Our mental eye itself will get transformed to some other sharpened gaze, and it will be able to see through things, see beyond words, beyond sights, feels. All these faculties will dawn to one if they take it sincerely doing these practices. So we commence with the very first step. We'll go ahead in this. So this is what I have given basically. All of these things, the cosmic mind itself rests. If you see, all these things are narrated in this so many sentences, so many words. Ganeshji, can you read this English side of it?
Yeah. Formless, limitless, unleaving, unarising, undisappearing, unstuck, non-related, unsupported, separationless, still, silent, blissful, self of the deep sleep state.
How many adjectives? Still, it demands many more adjectives, which you can directly will start tasting it. You will start tasting it if you undergo this particular technique. Okay, we'll go to the technique. Just like a dinosaur, it existed some 60,000 years ago because of a meteoroid falling, hitting the earth. All the dinosaurs, the race was finished. Okay. Afterwards, so many things have happened and we have come to existence. Human beings have come to existence. So many things have come to existence. But whether lives exist or don't exist, but they rest on experience, feeling, and thought. The cosmos, even the sky in Australia now, the air has a particular chillness, warmth, heat, because the air, because of its distance from the sun, from the ocean, from the mountains, what the air that circulates there in Australia or in India, accordingly it is influenced by chillness or warmth. So, like that, all the five elements also undergo experience, feeling, and sound. Sound. If something moves, it moves because of sound. Sound exists even in animals. Their body language is different. Their voice is different. They emote through their voices, isn't it? But human beings have different languages. They are well versed in communication. They know articulate. They know how to hide a thing from revealing to others. How to suppress their ideas or how to control, maneuver the other person by speech. All these things, they are all well versed. But these thoughts also have their foundation in feelings, and feelings have foundations in experience. And where all these things happen? From the cosmic mind. And where does the cosmic mind exist? It exists in this one deep sleep self. Deep sleep state, there is a self. It transcends everything. That is what the Tamil word says. We are going to trace our source by doing this technique. Technique one. We will go straight to the technique. See, this is a small video. Self-inquiry technique 1. Science of self-inquiry inner gaze. What you have to do? Just close your eyes. Look within through the mind's eye, the place of origin of thoughts. Anything, any thought or no thoughts. Whatever that is happening within when your eyes are closed. That is what is the mindset. Again, it is a feel or a thought or an experience that is taking place in you in the form of an eye. You see, how am I operating this laptop? Through the cursor, isn't it? The intellect, like a cursor, always browses, influences. The intellect does so many functions. The intellect itself is the individual, actually. You know. So, what you have to do is just close your eyes. The moment you start doing it, let me guide you. As you progress, just close your eyes and tell me what do you see? Just close your eyes. You tell me what happens within beneath your eyelids. What's happening? What do you see? Some black space, some darkness, halting of your thoughts. Any one of you can reply whatever you feel.
Whatever
What?
you can tell.
What do you see within yourself?
I'm such a it's unmute. It's unmute. Maybe you want to.
So, Guruji, I can, when I close my eyes, like, how you said, it's like some bright spots, some dark spots, and in the background, like there are thoughts, like thoughts coming.
Okay.
Like, I'm just like visualizing what we are doing, or something uncontrollable is coming through. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You don't have to maneuver, do anything at all. You don't have to regulate, control, do anything. First, be a passive observer of whatever that's happening. Get acclimatized. Get familiar with the inner world through your mind's eye. Again, if brooding is taking place, if you are continuously thinking, projecting, or remembering past experiences, even those things, what am I asking all of you is just be observant of whatever that's taking place, because the eye with which you watch all these things, it has to get sharpened. It has to become very sensitive. What do you mean by sensitivity? It should immediately know that it is lost itself in some thought patterns. It is trying to project about next week program. It is trying to know what it is going to do. The person is going to do about Sunday, this Sunday. So many things, because the whole world is not existing outside of us, but it is within us only. Get familiar with the inner realm. It's what we are starting today. This is the technique. This you will have to do again and again. I will send this video to Ramama, and all of you will can watch it again and again. Wherever you need any clarification or anything, same video you will have to repeat and see till next Friday we meet. Okay. So what you are going to do now is you are going to close the eyes, let anything come, let anything go, let you get involved, or if you don't get involved, also nothing. We are not trying to become some doers within. We are going to be tolerant. We are going to be passive observers. Passive observation is going to take place. We are going to establish a non-judgmental passive observer within us. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
So Guruji, just for my clarity, can I
Yes.
ask you may have repeated it. So when you, is it necessary to close your eyes, or even can you do this in the awake state?
See, you continue at all other times, but be safe, be cautious while dealing with fire or kitchen or driving, wherever your security and safety is at risk. Okay, don't do this. Other times, casually, whatever you do, you can continuously keep on doing this. What you are going to do is first be an observant within yourself about yourself only, not not brooding over about somebody's chatter or some party matter. Okay,
Yes.
how they talked, what they commented. eh?
Yes.
Okay, so these things you have to be very clear. See, observation is simply observation. Okay. It should not be a center from which you should start again thinking. Okay. It should not generate new thoughts. Whatever already that comes and goes, that are being observed passively, tolerantly. Okay. Even eyes
So
open.
in a sense, in the sense, am I just observing the thoughts and not reacting to them?
You are simply observing, because you will be seeing thousands of faces about your own self.
Yes.
Suppose if you enter a room of mirrors, see, okay, say 100 mirrors are there, 100 Purnimas are shown, reflected. Will you try to correct any Purnima on the mirror?
No.
The reflections? You won't do, no? It's not sensible and also, no? So what will you do? You will simply look at yourself, where you need some more combing, some more correcting on your original face, no? This mind's eye is going to become your original face. You have to be sincere to it. You have to be honest to it. 24 hours of the day. Okay. It doesn't mean you should start instanting. This is how it is working to others. Okay. This teaching is given to you exclusively to you, and to taste it and report it to me by next week. Okay. You got it?
Yes, thank you.
Minimum half an hour in the morning as soon as you get up. No formalities, no japa, no mantra, nothing. No remembering, nothing. It is active, alive watchfulness. Passive observer is going to be established without comment. Okay?
Okay.
With regulating.
Yes.
Anything. No doing at all. No initiating, any doing. Just be. This is what one is going to do in the morning, minimum half an hour, and before going to bed, night, minimum half an hour. Minimum. You can extend it to 1 hour also, if you are comfortable. Other times, with eyes wide away, start watching yourself. Okay. Now you do it for 5 minutes, and then we will call it the first session over. This is the first technique. Okay. You do it for 5 minutes, and then I will go to the other session.
Guruji, shall we call it a session and we'll meet next week?
Next week. Okay, next week Friday.
Okay.
You
Sure,
you assemble all the people who have come. You can promote to anyone, everyone. You invite everyone. Let them also take part. And in the meanwhile, I will post this video to you also through Google Drive or some other means, so that you can show it to them. Okay.
that will be great. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Guruji.
Guruji.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.